Alright, I'm having a problem with OBS, guys. It's acting wild on me. I was trying to get it fixed before open, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, $38.25. Gonna take the long above 38.25 here. Just opened up. I don't have chat up at all. I don't even know if the live is even working, to be honest. Dumping down there. Uh, 15 second. I guess I missed that to the downside. Gave 6 points there. Let's see here. Trying to get the 15 seconds on up here. So if we get a little retest, maybe we'll participate short, but I was kind of thinking that this thing might just go. I was kind of thinking the upside play made more sense here. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Alright, let me see if I can get the other stuff pulled up here so I can actually see what you guys are saying. Because right now I can't see anything. Would have almost gave the 10 points there. Looks like it would have given the 10 points. Short from 927. No, down to 921. What up, TJ? Discipline Todd. Mo, Tech T, and CT. What up? What up? What up? No camera. You're expecting to go lower? Yeah, potentially. I kind of missed the entry on the lower side there. I guess I could maybe take an entry there, but I'm going to wait. Yes, kind of at the VWAP. I didn't really see what the push-up was. We still have those equal highs left up there at 973. We're not really all that close to them right now. No camera is more than Pine can claim tonight. What's Pine doing? I'll work on the camera in a minute. I for some reason it's just not. I mean, it shows it's on, but OBS kept crashing on me, so there's that. There is that. But yeah, we'll work on it in a minute. Yeah, ChatGTP about Lucid saying the trade must be above 5 seconds, otherwise it's going to get flagged. Probably, Eric. There's the 10 points to the downside. Retested that 15 second. I guess I probably should have taken that. Retested. I don't know a lot about Lucid, Eric. I'll have to look into it a little bit. Infinity Stone in the house. I don't know. If ES holds the VWAP here, maybe we start to push back up. Not sure. $12.50 maybe. Oh, come on. Oh, what's up, Marcus? Yeah, Eric, for sure. We'll have to see. You been teaching your mama jokes to the kids? Hilarious. Yo mama. Yo mama. Yo mama this. Yo mama that. $11.50. Maybe we get a sweep of this $11.50 area. Let's see. VS loses the VWAP. We'll get a little peek below. Sitting at the value area, value lows. Looking over here on the higher time frame. Hold on. I was trying to take a look to that downside move. It almost looked like there was equal lows here, but just missed it, I believe. Yeah, off by a tick. Off by a tick there. Let's see if we can run through these 11s. Maybe we'll try to get one down to the 900 level. Something like that. We'll see. I should have taken the 15-second break lower. I did not. But, you know, was a little hectic at open there. What up, Fish Lips? How you doing? Francis in the house. I guess now I can work on the camera a little bit. See if we can't get it working. Sometimes hard to get it working once you start streaming, so. Let's toss up this disclosure for a minute. All right, I know you guys read that. Dumpster dive. What up, Todd? Nice. Water fasting, I just entered a short. You're looking for 23,800. It's quite a move. I did just enter a short. Just entered a short for your pleasure. Targeting the 23.1150, 23.91150. All right, let me check on this camera here. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Come on, you can do it. All right, what about now? Hey, there we are. Come on, you can do it. Hit the 1150. Get down there. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me, guys. That son of a bee one-ticked me again. That happened all day today, literally all day. One tick my take profit the entire day. Not moving the stop in this time. Oh, you're from Louisiana, you can't read? What up, Ish? Yeah, Alexi, you see that 1175? You see that. What's the deal there? I mean, come on. That's just rude. It's trying to tease me to take one off here, and then it's just going to blast through there. But you know what? Not today, brother. Not today. What up, Willie Trades? How you doing? You had your target at 1175? Dang. I guess I should have did that first target there, but I thought it runs through. I thought it runs through the 1150. For sure there. The short entry was actually much higher. I should be short from quite a bit higher here. Where was it at? Right here. 927 was actually the short entry. And I missed it. So I'm about 6 points lower than I should be. Globex, water fasting, Asia. I don't know. Different people call it different names. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day, you know. At the end of the day, it's just trading. Globex or Asia, whatever you fancy. You gotta be kidding me, man. Gotta be kidding me. Trying to understand if there's minimum payout. Alexi, no minimum payout per se. Anything, so it's like anything under 250 they charge you a fee for, but you can just transfer it into your wallet and wait until you build it up to 250. So if you make $100 in a day, just transfer it to your wallet and wait for it to at least get to 250 before you try to put it in your bank. That's all. Jay Carter 69, nah, he didn't get me kicked. Or at least if he did, I don't know about it yet. That's before the 80-20 split. Before the 80-20 split there. That is so annoying. Literally went one tick. I mean, do I need to exit now? And I don't know. Trying to get the 5 minutes so I can see it. Holy cow. That is so rude. Why you gonna do me like that, Nasdaq? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta do me like that? Yeah, it still is in this range. It's just annoying there. It was one tick away from my take profit. So annoying. One tick. I guess I was a dick for a tick. I don't know. This is our Funding Ticks Pro Plus account. Yeah, Alexi, kinda, but like, don't get hung up on that amount because like it'll mess with your psychology. So like, at the end of the day, if you only make 150, just request the 150 payout and put it in your wallet. Let it sit in the wallet. You don't get charged a fee until you move it from the wallet. So put it in your wallet, let it sit, and then try to get over the rest you need the next day, you know? Exactly, CT, exactly. New 15-minute candle about to print, and also an inside bar here. So I suppose I could put my stop in at 923. It's really just right there. Let's put my stops in here. I guess if it breaks above If it stops me out, I'll go long. I don't want it to stop me. I want it to break below the low there. 911, 912. Needs to break below 912. Think about requesting 50% of the buffer. Well, if it's a 150K account, Alexi, you could do that. That is an option. And I don't think it's a bad option because at the end of the day, that's $2,200 you can pay yourself, right? And you could reload for $200 dollars. You can reload another 150K, maybe even 2 or 3 this time. Copy trade them, that sort of thing. So it really is up to you on that. I don't think it's a bad idea to pay yourself. I'm always kind of an advocate for paying yourself, right? This is an eval-ish. I thought I passed it the other day on CPI. I didn't realize that Funding Ticks had a 40% consistency rule. I had no idea on their eval. So if you can see, I'm above the profit target. How can I show you guys that? I guess I got to slide it over. The profit target's only $2,500. So I'm above that. But unfortunately, because of the consistency rule, I've got to make another $1,100 on this account now. So a little annoyed with that, but you know, it's my fault for not knowing the rules. So can't really blame them. That's my fault, right? Not knowing the rules. Can't blame them. You gotta know the rules. I kind of fought the shorts all day, to be honest with you guys. I'm a little annoyed at myself when I look back at the setups and stuff. I kind of fought the shorts most of the day. Yeah, exactly, Alexa. You gotta kind of, you gotta memorize all the rules. So, and normally I'd stick to the top 6 that I'm very familiar with the rules with, but I added a few extra ones in there. We added Funding Ticks, the trading desk. So not super familiar with their rules. Trading desk, there are no rules. So you can literally do anything you want with them. We're about to print another inside bar potentially. 2 minutes left on this candle. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. It does help the channel. We do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not going to ignore this inside bar. If this inside bar does break to the upside, I'm going to get out and we'll take a long. We'll take a long at that point. So risking, already got our stops in here. Really risking 2.5 points here. 2 points. So what with 2 contracts? About $80, maybe 90 after fees. Maybe we'll get a little slippage. Maybe it's 100. Trading desk. Did I say that? Is that right? The trading desk? Did I say it correct? I'm new with them, so. What is it called? It is the trading desk, right? The futures desk. Oh. The futures desk. All right. We'll figure it out. The futures desk. All right, well, I guess I'm going to plop a couple of more buy orders right here. And we will take those. If we get stopped out, we'll go long 2 minis. And probably target like the 28 up here. Looks like we are going to get stopped out. Stop will be down at the 12. No, that's a good reject. Oh, I was going to say that's a pretty good rejection there. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, the futures desk. I can't believe I said that wrong. Water fasting. I'm trading on the 5. Yeah, I do look at the 15 as well. So kind of trade on everything there. All right. Man, we got some pretty good slippage there, huh? Guess it's to be expected this time of day. All right, stop's going to be, I guess, at the low. And I'll probably take profit on the first one up here at 28. It's not even really 5 points, but that's the first level that kind of makes sense. Or do we think we sweep the high? If we start getting I do think that kind of makes sense, the 28. Well, I thought I was risking 80. We got slipped, what, basically $30, $40 there. Little slip, slip, slip. Don't get yo-yoed, yeah. Already marked down. Yeah, they are. My code is MMM for the futures desk. So they're already marked down to 60%. But they have no rules. They have no rules at all. You can do anything you want. Anything that's legal with the CME group, you can do with the futures desk. So that's quite nice. It's really like a live account. And they do move you live very quickly. So, yes, back above the VWAP here. I did want to be bullish at open, but didn't want to ignore the gap either that we had. You're looking at gold? I'll check out gold in a few minutes. Maybe we'll take a gold play tonight if it presents itself, if it looks good enough. It feels bad, though, on this short right here, how that one ticked me with two minis. I mean, I was up $400 there. I guess I shouldn't have been a dick for a tick, but I just didn't want to get shook out. But I kind of allowed it to shake me out anyway. I'm sure, I don't even have Pine Tree pulled up, but I'm sure he's probably taking this along. Is he even live? No, he's not live. Or is he? Ever had flipping issue with Bulenox? Nope. No, what you can do with Bulenox, if you're worried about the flipping rule, just try to at least, risk $50 to $100, something like that. So, but I've never had an issue with them. Gold is crawling. So Pine must have streamed Power Hour. What is he doing? Is he traveling today? What is today? It's Wednesday? Surely he's not traveling again. Surely he's not traveling. This thing is like getting right up here to my first take profit and just holding off. Doing something tonight? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I did not catch his day stream. I was taking a nap, honestly. You guys ever had a nap? That's what I was doing. Taking a nap. Taking a naparoony. His OnlyFans took off. Moose horns have that effect. Mystic Rick likes nap. Me too. Nothing like a mid-afternoon nap. A mid-afternoon siesta. Nothing like it. Might move this up a couple of points here because it looks like if we get above this level, we may get just like a nice little candle. Nice little push. Oh, I still have this on the 15-second. I didn't really mean to still have this on the 15-second chart. 28.50. Is that where I had it before? I think so. All right, maybe we'll move it down to 28.75. Hopefully it doesn't dick for a tick us. There we go. Kind of targeting the high day there. The high of day. I mean, we do still have those equal highs up there at 973.25. I mean, I do think to some degree that could be the draw in liquidity. I think we'd have to get above 50 for me to really have confidence in us hitting that. I will move my take profit up though. If it looks like it wants to go there, we'll try to target there. We'll see what happens to price at that 938 level. Do we kind of reject hard off that? Do we push up in there? We got it in balance here on the 1 minute chart as well. Oh, he took some trades. Good trades. Let's go. You wanted to get an autograph? Traded gold in London. I need a nap. 2 hours of nothing. Yeah. I don't know how gold does during the overnight session. I don't watch it too much, but we will take a quick peek at gold. Why not? Oh, it's actually... It's set up for a short earlier. Now it's kind of set up here for the long, but I already triggered. That trend line's really too deep, too steep. Come on, get it up there. All those pesky leprechauns. Let's go. Yeah, exactly, Alexi. Kind of retesting that 5 minute trend line from earlier today to the upside. We did tap into a 5 minute imbalance on that last push up earlier at open. Maybe we should just take this off at the high. What is that, 14 points? The thing is, if I take it off at the high and we get above 50 and then I think we're going to 73, then I'm just going to have a worse entry. So maybe I just go to break even at the high here before you get to the pot of gold. The leprechaun takes it. Any of you guys jump in and watch My Funded Futures TV today? I was on there 11:30 Eastern. Took 2 losses. Smoked an account on there, in fact. I don't think they've ever seen that. I don't think they've ever seen that. What EMA are we at? I don't know. I don't see any. I did my best, Infinity Stone. I did my best. You know, we just blew an account on there. Just straight smoked it. I didn't think the setups were bad, though. I was over leveraged. They're used to seeing that on Top Step. Yeah. I don't know. Are they taking I watch My Funded Futures TV when Tom's on there, and sometimes I see him in a position. And sometimes I'll watch with Bull Barbie and Terry. And I know they're typically in positions and they show losers, but I don't know if everybody else does. 1 minute 200. Yeah, I have the 200 right here actually on my chart now, Trev. Where do you have yours at? Because mine's showing at 930, 929. I want to see expansion above this high here. I really do. I still believe in this 973 area up here, guys. We got equal highs up there. I mean, I would like to target. I would like to target them. Oh, you're watching it now? Nice, Neo. You're going to see some accounts. An account smoked. We smoked one account. It's so funny. This is the 15-second chart, and it doesn't even feel like it's moving. So imagine watching the 1 minute. I didn't mark out the close from today. I'll do that in a minute. Well, I kind of do want to see us hold that 200 EMA now. We got the 9 crossing the 200 now. I still believe we're going to that 973. The problem is, it is kind of above the VWAP. Actually, the VWAP's down there. I don't know, that's the VWAP from earlier, I guess. We in it. What up, Zabak? So ES pushing up here too. It's already above the VWAP, up to the 88s. Again, I really want to target that 973. I really do. That would be almost a 50-point trade. That would basically give us what we need to pass this account to, probably close to it. Sweep 950 and down to 800, Alexi. I mean, it could. I'm just like, I think we sweep the 973s too. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Let's take a look at Take Profit Trader. Let's get on some music or something, though, first. Oh, that's loud. That is loud. Let me take a look at here and see. How are we looking on the Take Profit Trader? Have we reached a giveaway? Max is whining. Of course, I got my door closed. Oh, we only sold 1 account today on Take Profit Trader, guys. That's wretched. We're not going to get to the bonus that way. We're 21 accounts away from being able to do a 250K test giveaway. 21 accounts away. Maxie, chill out. Yeah, for sure, water fasting. If we look earlier this afternoon, really just did not get out of this range, right? And I was looking for us to run these equal highs. I was long in this area. I guess this would have been the better long spot. Still would have gotten stopped out, but would have gotten some push up. I was long kind of top of the range. Not a great entry, to be honest. But to be fair, I was up 16 points on this first push up here. And I did not take profit or move my stop to break even though mechanically, right, I was supposed to go break even. Because we had the inverse here. We created a swing and then we moved back above it. I should have went break even, but chose not to. I was up 16 points, 15 points, something like that. Chose not to go break even. Went against the model. Not smart. What up, Michael? How you doing? Mo, we already did the straight to funded giveaways. Where you been? I gave away 1 today during New York, 1 yesterday during New York, and 1 the day before during Power Hour. Only got 3 of them to give away. That's it. I'll ask for some more next month. I don't know how many they're keen on giving away. You have to keep buying accounts from Tradeify in order for it to make it worth it. Haven't really been getting a whole lot of sales with them this month, to be honest, but they are 35% off. Oh, you know what? I think I need to take one of those off. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go to break even above 38 here, I think. If we get above that 38, I'm just going to put the stop in at break even. Plus a few points. Oh. Move this one back over. You was at work? Yeah. I didn't really do afternoon streams, or I would have given one away during the afternoon stream. So I missed the last, 2-3 days in the afternoon. just kind of like just been, had baseball practice, played poker a couple of nights with Cove and them over there in his Discord. They might be playing tonight. I don't even know. Let me get logged into my Discord. But yeah, I'm trying to reach out and I'm trying to do like multiple giveaways every month. I mean, so far we've done Apex, we've done Take Profit Trader, we've done. I guess I could ask My Funded Futures. Need to ask them. We've done Tradeify. Sure, I could get some accounts for My Funded Futures probably. Just got to find out who to ask. Got to find out who to ask. Can you trade news with Trade Day and Take Profit Trader evals? Yes. Evals for sure. Ask Lucid. Yeah, I need to look that up. Let me look. Hold on one second. I'll get you the answer right quick. I know where to find it. You actually do a TV thing for him. You think they would give you... Yeah, I didn't ask though, Trev. I didn't ask. So partly my fault there, right? I did not ask. Well, actually, I did ask. But I don't know if the person I ask is still involved or not. I have no idea if they're still involved with kind of with what they got going on there. I'm not sure. All right, let me see. Lucid. Okay. $5 days to pay out. Micro scalping is allowed. DCA, news, bots, copy trading, VPN. So it says micro scalping is allowed. So that shouldn't be fine. So they either have changed that rule or they're not enforcing it. Says micro scalping is allowed. You just make grilled cheese sandwiches. Let's go. But yeah, it does say it's allowed. So I am going to pick up some accounts. I want to spread the stuff out across multiple props. Obviously, I got the 6 that I trade. We just added funding ticks, the futures desk, and so I want to get those kind of passed first. Then I'll add in some Lucid. I'm tempted by the Tick directly funded account for $99. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but I am tempted. Yeah, Eric, I think you're fine. Water fasting, the best deal going on right now is Trade Day. $59 all in, no activation fee for a 50K account. Trade Day. You get day one payouts just like Take Profit Trader. Now, there is a 7-day eval. There is a consistency rule of 30% in eval, but once you're funded, no consistency rule. So I think Trade Day is the best account right now, and I do think it's kind of slept on. Second best, probably My Funded Futures. You get about a $75 account with them using the core account. And then Take Profit Trader, as far as like, number of accounts you can have, as far as, you can have 5 with TPT. You get the daily payouts and things like that. I like Take Profit Trader as well. So you got a lot of really good deals, really good opportunities going on right now. It's really just what you're looking for. If you're looking for an account with kind of no rules, choose a firm that really doesn't have rules. and just kind of go with them. Which one's $99? Mad Moxie's Tick Direct has a direct to funded account that is $100 of 50K. So, yeah, obviously I've heard some negative things about Tick, but I've also heard positive things like, so to each their own, you're going to have to do your own research. There's been a couple of people in my chat who have had payments denied, right, from Tick. So I am intrigued by Tick. By the, I'll tell you, I mean, honestly, it's the price, right? But at the end of the day, does the price align with something that, like you can't necessarily be lured just by the price, right? You still got to be aware of the potential of not getting your payment or not getting paid. So, you think I failed at using your code? Which one, water fasting? Oh. No, water fasting. Nothing fails using my code. It's all good, says Maxie. He's over here staring at me. He's pissed. I am going to target the 73 here, but I am going to move stop to break even plus 2 points to lock in a break-even day on this account at least once we move through the highs. Wait a second. Why is this sell order here? No. Okay, that was a buy order that was not supposed to be there. That's the thing I hate about Trade-Evate, man. I wish they would have OCO orders. So many prop firms to choose from. Yeah, that's true, Trev. Very good point. Or tech. And that's kind of my thought process. And that's what a couple of the guys have told me. They're like, hey, don't do it. Just stick to the ones you know. Makes 100% sense, right? Completely makes sense. Completely makes sense. I'm not arguing that fact. Trade day, you can have 6 accounts. But you can only have 3 funded accounts active at one time. The other 3 have to lay in wait, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there. You can have 5 with Take Profit Trader and 5 with My Funded Futures Now. All right, here we go. We're locking in here. 2 points. Moving our stop up here to break even plus 2. I may just lock in 5. What's 5? 29? I mean, realistically, we want it to kind of stay above the EMAs anyway, so kind of moving my stop to where the EMAs are there. Still 10 points behind price. But my code with all the prop firms is MM. It is MMM with the futures desk and Myth with Apex. All right, getting a nice push here. Man, should I just take profit at the 50? I mean, it does seem like it actually front run it by a little bit here, maybe like the 45. Maybe. That would be a nice chunk for this day, right? No, I didn't change the code Neo. It's just Myth. I've never had the code MM with Apex. They gave it to someone else. They didn't do 2-digit codes when I requested one. They did not do 2-digit codes when I first requested one. And so, yeah, I just kind of ended up with the one that I got. So, not complaining. I mean, at the end of the day, it's, it's a first world issue, right? Worrying about what your code is. Yeah, it's Myth. I'm tempted to just take the $300 here. I'm not going to lie. I am kind of tempted to just take it. I do believe we still go higher, though. I can take the $300 here as long as I don't FOMO into anything else, or maybe just go with a micro. Just go with micro, maybe. I think I'm going to take the $300. Actually, let's just lock in 10 points. And we'll give it an opportunity to go. So we're locking in 11 points, actually, because of slippage. Because of the spread. So we'll lock in 11 here. 5 points behind price. It's either going to go 5 more points and give us the target, or it'll pull back and stop us out for the 200. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, Tech T, that's what I just decided to do. Maxie's mad at me. He's over here looking at me whimpering. Come here. Where you at? All right, I pet you. Come here. All right, we're going to lock in 5 more here. Again, I think 73 is the draw on liquidity. That's what I think. We're only 30 points from there now. So pretty high probability that we just continue to grind up into that area. We're long off that 24 level down there. We should already be up $400 if I wasn't a dick for a tick on that short earlier. But there we go. We're all out there. Nice little $410 trade. Up 376. Again, I think the target is 973. I do feel like I'm getting better at trading the little Globex session here, Asia, whatever you want to call it. I feel like we're getting better at it. 2775. Mark out the previous day close. Then I like to mark out the open. If you guys are not paying attention to the previous day close and the open, it's actually at the exact same spot right here. It's effectively the gap fill, right? Let's go back and look at the previous day close and the open here from today. Check it out right here. So your first touch, right? So this is your first touch right here. I mean, look, you get a nice 21-point bounce right off of that previous day close. You took about 4 points of drawdown. Then it comes back, touches it again, right? Touches the level again. Actually, let me measure from there. 18 points on the first one. Comes back, touches the open and the close again, and then bounces back up again. Another 20 points there, 19.5. And then this one here finally gets you the actual 20 points. If you're looking for 20, I'm looking for 10 typically off these plays. But you can just see 1, 2, 3 bounces before it kind of broke through it. I mean, that previous day close, it's running about 67% in my back test. So if you're using it as a 1-to-1 with a 10 for 10, it works extremely well. Out for 10 points, let's go, Tech T. Feel the same? You've been making money during the Asia session and lose during the New York? Yeah. Nothing like the feeling from risking 2.5K to make 250. Hey, Nate, as long as you don't lose, you're okay, right? If you lose, then you're in trouble. No, he's not hungry or thirsty. He wants to go in the kitchen. Hold on, let me open the door. Come on, Maxie. Yeah, whenever he hears someone in the other room, he wants to go in there. And I'm just streaming, so I don't want to get up to let him in. The 5-minute is about to inverse here. So a really good sign that maybe we're going to go higher. Just inverse this 5-minute gap here back to the upside. So you can kind of use this gap as, although it's not very big, let's be honest, 7.5 points. But you can kind of use this for bias, right? As long as we stay above that gap, we probably continue higher. If we break back below that gap, we're probably going to go lower. Did we have an SMT at the lows? Let me see. Not really. Oh, wait a second. No, did we? Oh, we did. We had a bullish SMT here going into the close of the day. Very small one there, but we did have it. Dogs are annoying when trying to trade, and you're always wants to go outside. Yeah. I mean, I know he doesn't want to go outside. He goes outside quite often, so I know he's good there, but you know, I don't like him whimpering. I realize you guys can hear him, but you know how that goes. You guys already knew as soon as I got out there, this thing was just going to launch. He's in there barking now. I'm telling you guys, now I have pretty high confidence in this level. Pretty high confidence. You could have taken the entry off that 5-minute. I mean, I wanted that inside bar. I really wanted the inside bar to kind of sweep to the downside to continue lower. But worked out that it didn't. We took the long there. We ignored the inside bar during the My Funded Futures TV broadcast. We had a bearish bar print, and I ignored it, and it paid. I ignored it. You sat short through short all afternoon, saw plus 2K 3 times, finally over leveraged and lost the account. That sucks. Yours will bark at squirrels when you're trying to concentrate. Yeah, Maxie loves squirrels for sure. He loves squirrels. Let's break out of this range. I mean, like, if we look at this kind of from a fib perspective, right? We got a ways to go on a pushback up here. Now, we could also just push down, you know? Wow, look at those equal highs sitting just in front of the 50% of the range. That makes this a really, really good target. Really good target there. I have no FOMO here. I mean, I took $400 out of that trade. Can't complain, right? You can't complain. We actually made $500 on that trade because we took the one contract off early. But you can't really complain there. What are we up? 376? Yeah. Anybody still holding the long? I still can't believe I got dicked for a tick right there. Literally one tick. And the funny thing is, if you go back and look, I put my original target there. I literally had it at 1225 or 1250. And then I zoomed out and saw that there was another wick here. And I moved it down to 1150. So we really should be up quite a bit more. Probably not a smart idea to let that go negative. Go back, you know, I lost $100 on a trade I was up 400 on, but you know, at the end of the day, it's happened to me too many times where I go break even, and then the break even doesn't save me, ends up actually costing me. So just a classic, you know, kind of deal there. We're back to initial balance low here. So if you zoom out here, we can see this is the opening range low from the first hour of trading in the New York session. We had a pretty big SMT right here. ES made a new high here. Nasdaq did not. And then if you go down to the lower time frame, we actually had a nice inverse back to the downside here. We had a 4-hour unbalanced gap below. I didn't take that because like we're at all-time highs, and like so scary for, because a lot of times it can just keep going higher. So scary to take that at all-time highs. In hindsight, it's easy to say, like, oh, that's a clean setup. I should have, why was I going long? Well, in hindsight, everything is easy to see. Everything is easy to see. I try not to be a hindsight trader. I'm going to test the 15-second trade. I'm going to backtest it. I haven't never actually backtested it at the open for Asia, or the 6 p.m. open every day. But you can see today, I mean, look how clean it was. You had a nice 27.70. It pushed down to 29.21, so 6 points. One little retest, and then you got your 10-point push lower. You actually got more than 10 points. Entry there is 27.75. Pushed all the way down to 11.75. I mean, that's a nice 16-point push lower. I don't know what the win rate will be. We'll find out. We'll take a look at it and see. That might be the next thing I actually backtest. But yeah, I kind of fought the short today. Not in my regular trading, but when I was on my Fund Futures TV for sure. Kind of just fought the short idea. But the move had already kind of happened, to be honest. I mean, I did draw this out on my stream. I drew this out this morning on the stream, right? And I actually did short right here in my funded account. I did short there, but I took 10 points, if you guys remember. So I took 10 points off my entry here at the 10s. I only went down 126 points from there. But I marked out these targets. So your entry was up here. Where was the close? It's just a simple 5-minute break of structure here. So entry at 992. If you entered at 992, you needed a 30-point stop. That's typically what I do on these 5-minute breaks. 30-point stop. So you took 20 points of drawdown. And then, nice, huge, your 3 targets. 30 points for 57 points. Pretty good. It was actually a pretty nice setup. Pretty nice setup there. Got to do better at taking those and holding them. What up, Cherie? Just do a chat with Lucid. They said it's not allowed for 15-second orb. What, did you ask them about an orb? Because if you ask them about that, then they're probably going to say no. What do you mean? X or not? All right, says it reconnected. Got a little circle of death there for a minute. Oh, if you took the trade within 5 seconds. Yeah. I don't know. What I would say is maybe just go with someone who allows it, Eric, if it's an issue. Just go with Take Profit Trader. Go with Buell&Ox. Go with My Funded Futures. Go with Tradeify. Go with the Futures Desk. Go with anybody else. I mean, I know it's allowed on all these props. Trade Day. Funded Futures Network. Go with any of those. So, I know it's allowed there. Don't want you to get denied. ES worked its way back above 64.88. Again, still think the draw's up here at the 73 level. I have no idea what's going to happen here. Right? No idea what's going to happen up here. You got a nice bearish zone up there. That's 50% of the range. So we'll see. But I think that's the draw on liquidity. Let Let me check out trade day. Let's see how we've been doing on trade day this month. Let's check it out. Why not? I haven't logged in there in a minute. Has people been buying trade day accounts? I don't know. No. Nobody's buying them. I mean, it's okay. If you guys don't want to use them, I understand. But I think that they're slept on. I think they're an underrated, very underrated prop firm there. Very underrated. If they did away with the 7 days, if they reduced it to like 3, I think their sales would like blast through the roof. Blast through the roof. So no longer in this trade here. I guess theoretically I could have just put the stop at break even and let it roll, but it's not what we chose to do, so we go with what we got. Murderovsky, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Hopefully, Bulenox comes out with a 90% off. Their 83% ends tomorrow. So I'm hoping they give us that 90, 91% off going into the end of the month here, middle to the end of the month. That would be nice. Bring back the cheap evals. Bring back the cheap evals. We need them. Hey, Brian Bottorff. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. What news is tomorrow? I don't know. Let's look. I know we have 5-star news tomorrow, but I don't remember what it is. Is it PPI maybe? Let me see. Tomorrow we have 8:30 jobless claims. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. That probably won't do too much. We do also have PPI tomorrow as well. Barkin speaks at 2. Balance sheet at 4:30. Really, there's not much. 8:30 news. Beyond that, not too much. Not really much at all. That is Eastern time. It has Tech T. If it gets through here, if it can push through here, then we got a decent chance of going. Hitting our ultimate target up here, which we didn't hold for. That's okay. You knew as soon as I covered, it was just going to continue to go. You knew it. So that first 5-minute bar, inside bar, where's that at? That paid, and then we did print another one as well that also paid, right? Am I on the 5-minute? This one here. This little tiny bar. So it could have like actually snugged your stop up to the 30 after that printed. That would be a safe place for your stop now if you're still holding the long. If you're still holding the long. But we do have a lot of wicks up here as well, right? Wicks like to get ran. Just a lot of wicks. I would expect if we clear the 60, I want to see relative expansion, relative quick expansion into this level. I don't know what's going to happen beyond that. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. There's the pine cone guarantee up there. The pine cone guarantee. We'll move it over to here. All right, let's lock it in. Pine cone guarantee. Or he spends a sleepless night with Dale. No, you guys don't know who Dale is, but trust me, that's his nightmare. There we go. Hey, Fredley Florent. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Gotta trust me, Lost Pennies. Trust me that Pine Tree does not want to spend a sleepless night with Dale. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm up, Lost Pennies. We're green. We took a trade. We took 2 trades. You can see my executions here. So I was in a short, and my target was 1150. You can see it went 1 tick from my target. I was in 2 minis. Ended up taking $100. I took a $100 loss, 123, and then we entered long off the inside bar and banged $505. There you go. So we're up 376 after those 2 exchanges. I missed the 15-second opening short today, so Pine Tree's busy. His trading rule is when he's break the rules, he runs through a cornfield backwards naked. Are there cornfields in Maine? Isn't that a southern thing? I don't know. Are there cornfields? Somebody tell me. Main Street News, where you at? Is there a cornfield? Are there cornfields in Maine? I don't know. I got to move this over. You guys can't even see the sleepless night with Dale. There we go. Put it up there like that. There's cornfields in Maine. All right, I didn't know that. I've never been to Maine, Trev, so I don't know. I don't know what is required to grow corn. Now, I'm talking about corn, not porn, just to be clear. Tiger picked the wrong side. Well, to be fair, I was short too. Let me check out El Tigre. Let's see what El Tigre is up to. ES retested that 88 there. He put FME on the screen. Oh, he's long. Did he just switch long? I think he's long right now too. He's down $300. I mean, it's a relatively small loss. It's not a big deal. I think he's okay here. I do think he's late to the game, but I think 73 is the target. If I had to guess, if I had to put a Pine Tree guarantee on it, 73.25 is the target. All right, guys. Earlier yesterday in New York, we had a poll. The poll was, does pineapple belong on pizza? All right. Do you guys want another poll tonight? Is it it could be a little more risque. A risque poll. This poll question, it was given to me by, you know, someone close to me. When you have a loss, you manage the loss. Yeah, that's what I did. Lost pennies. I feel like I did that. I got out. I didn't ignore the long signal, right? When I got the long signal, I took it. This poll's a little risque. It might offend people. Kenny says pineapple with bacon. Not sure if I should put this poll out here. Could offend people. Could offend people. I don't know. Could be a bit of controversy. Zabak is forced with veggie pizza because of diabetes. Well, Zabak, you just die a little sooner. Just kidding. No, I didn't hold my loser. I don't know if I should put the poll out there or not. I'm not sure. That's nothing to joke about, Zabak. I'm sorry. I apologize. I only say that because, you know, I get told that all the time myself. Hey, you're going to die. You got to start eating better. Not wrong, though. Not wrong. 100% not wrong. That is the truth. That is, in fact, the truth of the matter. You like pineapple on pizza? Let's go, Andy. Zabak, you know, I haven't been consistent with it, so I stopped making the videos. He's traded micros. Average winner is $15. Dang. Nice. That's excellent. Nice 2-to-1. Guys, one of the things I like to realize that I recently realized with the with my trading is, like, if you could really go for a 2R, you know, you still make money if you win 2 days a week. Now, not a lot, but you do make money. Viet, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Because, like, think about it like this. If you're going for 10-point winner and you got 5-point stop loss, well, if you win twice, you're up 20 points. If you lose 3 times, then you're down 15. You lose 15. So you're still up 5 points just simply by having a 2R. It's pretty nice. It's not a bad concept, right? Not a bad concept. Something I'm considering implementing in my trading. Only to have to win 2 out of 5 trades to actually be break even. Maybe go for a little bigger R. So you see me a lot of times going 10-point stop, 10-point take profit. Maybe go for a 20-point or either a 15-point with a 7.5-point stop. I think a 10-point stop is warranted in most situations, at least with the Nasdaq, right? At least 10 points. So maybe go for a 20-point take profit. 23,961 outsiders. Let's look at it. 961. I mean, I don't see how we don't hit the 973. I really don't, but let's go to the hourly. Let's check it. Yeah, I mean, that's where the equal highs are as well on the hourly. I just noticed that. Are those equal? No, not quite. Relative equal highs on the hourly, but they're not equal. Yeah, you're right. We would need to dig into that hourly a little further. You can see we did balance the 4-hour here. Balance the 4-hour. Little double bottom action on the hour on the 4-hour chart. But balance this 4-hour gap. So this is probably what we get. This is what I'm thinking. A little push up. And then maybe come back down and sweep this low. But you never know, right? With the Nasdaq at the all-time highs here, you never know. This thing could push all the way back up to the all-time highs very easily. Very, very easily. Maybe a little pullback and test that 50 EMA again. Potential. Exactly, Lost Pennies. Well, here's the thing, Lost Pennies. That's not exactly true, and I'll tell you why. Like, especially for me, the foods that I like are still can be relatively healthy, and, you know, for example, I love hamburgers. Hamburgers can be relatively healthy. Just eat them without a bun. I like eggs. Eggs can be pretty healthy. Tacos, you can make some healthy tacos, you know. So there are ways out there to be able to kind of still eat what you like and still be, you know, healthy-ish. Anybody trying to take, I don't know, there's not enough separation here between the 50 and these other EMAs. So this is a 50 bounce I probably would ignore. But yeah, healthy food doesn't necessarily have to taste bad or not fit. You can fit it in with what you like as well, you know. You really can. You really can. It's just taking the extra time to, you know, to actually eat healthy. That's what I struggle with. When I'm hungry, if there's not something that's already prepared, then I eat bad, right? I'm like, all right, let's just go grab some Chick-fil-A or grab something to eat. Little pullback there. We are holding the 50. We kind of closed right back above it. Need to get back above 950 level here to kind of get back going. I mean, here's the thing. We did have a double bottom down here. We did leave relative equal lows here. So what's the stronger draw? These pine cone guarantee up here, or is this double bottom down here the draw? You know what I like to see here? Let's look at the fib. So kind of see how you react at the VWAP here. If we hold this level, can kind of build some structure there on any pullback. We continue higher. We kind of work our way below the VWAP. And then maybe we do the opposite. Oops. Accidentally moved that. Where was that? Oop. I think it was there. I don't know where it was. Oh well, we'll take that off. I think it was the 5-minute gap that we had left. Yeah. Globex is infamous for 38% and 50% pullbacks. Oh, okay, I see. You wait for a big run up and wait for a pullback to 38. And what do? You put your stop at like the 618. I thought somebody was knocking on my door. It's Max over there banging on the door. Let me let him in. Hold on. See, he gets mad when I leave him in. When I close the door, then he gets mad when I close the door and like he's locked out of here. Make your mind up, doggo. Come here, I pet you. Bitcoin reaches all new time high, 123,000. Holy cow. Smaller the points, the bigger your contract. Very frequent the trade. It will keep you profitable. Interesting. Yeah, 10 points is a great target. I like 10 points on the Nasdaq. Obviously, you could get more potentially, but did Patrick blow some accounts today on the thing on YouTube? Did he join the blown account side of YouTube? It is kind of wild, I mean, to blow accounts when you're mentoring somebody, right? Hey, man, I'm trying to show you how to trade. Kaboom! Oh. Hey, I blow accounts too, but I'm not showing anybody how to trade. Oh, let's do this, guys. We can get a better pine cone guarantee here picture. All right, let's do this. That is how to not trade. Is that what he says? I would be a little bit embarrassed if that did happen to me. I really would. I'd be like, oh. Now, obviously, I blew an account today on my Funded Futures TV. It happens, but look at this, guys. Now we got the real pine cone in there. Oh. Got the pine cone guarantee on there. You eat fish, eggs. I do not eat meat. You only eat goat cheese. Interesting. I could never do that. I don't like fish all that much. And I don't know. I'm weird about my cheeses and my dairy and stuff, but let me watch the Patrick video. Just posted it. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Does help the channel. We do stream live in New York, 9:15 a.m. We also stream 3 to 4 days a week during this time of day. Missed a couple of days this week, but had baseball practice. I am the coach of a 14U baseball team, so miss a couple days because of that. Would have been later in the evening anyway. All right. How was y'all's trading today? You've not seen Husk lately? He's been on, but for shorter streams, I think. All green across the board. Nice job, Andy. I was small red on my Apex account. I was down $300. Bulenox funded accounts, I was down $550. My Funded Futures funded account, I was up basically $130. And then my Tradeify funded account, I was up $90. Nothing crazy. Up $1,300, but down $500 tonight. Let's see here. ES is trying to get back above 64.88 here. Price really not moving here. It may wait for that Tokyo Open here in 35 minutes to kind of push up. Today on Pine's channel, we determined that Maine is just Baja, Canada. Oh, Pecos red. That's it. That's classic. Classic. All right, let's see if we hold the 50 level here. Trying to keep the pine tree guarantee on there. Kind of a failed pivot here, to be honest. This thing might pull back into that VWAP level. Yeah, I didn't know Pine Tree was streaming. I was asleep, though. I was sleeping. This price is moving kind of slow. Kind of a boring night, to be honest here, huh? How does the daily base hit work on the futures desk? G-Strand, from what I understand, that is just telling you what amount you need to make for the 8 trading days to reach your profit target. That's just a goal. Doesn't mean anything. You can make less, you can make more, as long as you stay within the consistency. So, but yeah, it's just showing you that it's just a goal, right? That's all it is. But yeah, it doesn't really mean anything. You can put your own, you can adjust that to whatever you want it to be. Yeah, it's just giving you a breakdown like, hey, if you make X dollars per day across 8 days, you will hit your target. So kind of smart, right? So just letting you know, like, hey, if you make this number of this amount of money, you'll be done with the eval after the 8 trading days or whatever it is. So. Ten accounts joined with Trade Copier. I'm having so many problems with my Trade Copier, man. I've got to get that. That's what I was gonna do. I forgot. I want to get a. I want to test out this other. I think I'm going to test out Trade Sinker. Probably see how it does. My problem is, guys, tell me how you guys do it. Because what happens to me is I'm executing through Trade I'll show you exactly what it's doing. Let me show you guys. So, for example, in Trade let's just say, I got my ATM strategy on here. All right. And I have a long here and a short here. Well, when it tags me into the long, I close the short out, right? So I'll click this off. When I do that and I'm in the long trade, it takes all the brackets away. So it takes the brackets off the long and the brackets off the short. And I don't know why it's doing that. I have no idea why it's doing that. Anybody ever experienced that with Trade So I'm using the Trade as my lead account in Replicanto. And that's exactly what it did today. Here, I'll show you guys today's trade on that account. What did I use as the lead account? I think I used Tradeify. Yeah. The Cubs been losing for years. Yeah. That's actually one of my really good friends' favorite team is the Cubs. He loves the Cubs. He's been a Cubs fan for like as long as I can remember. He hates the Braves. He used to live in Georgia. He lives in Florida now, but yeah, he absolutely hates the Braves. Oh, did the trades not show up? I don't know if the executions don't show up for some reason. But this is where I entered the trade at this morning. I was on the 5-second chart. Anywho, so I entered short like right around 40. And I was looking for 10 points on the push down, and it just took the orders off. As soon as I closed out one, it took the orders off. And you can see I only made $70, which it should have been like $400. Trade day is going to add rhythmic in September. Nice. I don't really know. Like, it's so annoying, like using that as my lead account, and then it's, you know, the stuff just goes away. So I don't really want to use Tradeovate. I think I'm going to go to the way that Cove is doing it. He sent me a DM with a video telling me how he does it, and I never actually watched it. Let's go back and watch it. I think he's using TradeSyncer, and he's using a rhythmic connection as the lead. No rules, no consistency. Eric, I don't know which one you're talking about. You have the futures desk. They have no rules, but they do have consistency in the eval. So you have to trade for 7 days, I think, 7 or 8 days. And then once you're out of the eval, there's no rules in the eval other than the consistency. You can do whatever you want. And then you got Trade Day, who has consistency in the eval. You got to trade for 7 days, but there's no consistency rule in the funded account, and you can get day one payouts. You got Take Profit Trader, 5 days, 50% consistency in the eval, and then once you're in the funded account, you can get day one payouts. But I'm not quite sure which one you're talking about. So depends on which one you're talking about. If you're talking about the one that with the futures, with the futures desk, if it's legal to do on the CME, it's legal to do on the futures desk. That's how they explained it to me. So as long as you're not hedging the ES or, you know, whatever. But guys, I kind of think I'm just going to call it there. I mean, I'm not going to take any more trades. The trade was already lower. And so I don't want to just sit here and I'm not one of those people that likes to just sit here and not do anything. So show you my P&L for tonight. There it is, 376. We were 1 for 2. We took a loser. Very, very small loser, to be fair. Keep the loser small and the winners big. That's what we did. So we'll be back tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. for the New York session. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time. Keep an eye out for this pine cone guarantee here. But we'll see you guys later.